Hello, and welcome to the second episode of Dr. Mongrel's Sound Rehab Clinic, this time in extra shaky handheld camera style. So I got another question from a YouTube viewer, and it was about how to make kind of wibbly wobbly sounds, kind of like this. And I kind of have only one hand, so this is going to be interesting. But basically, what I did is I routed the LFO, one of the LFOs, to the mod wheel so that I could get these kinds of variations. Okay, so how did I do that? Well, I just initialized the patch. As you can see, a little bit too far. There we go. So oscillator 1 sine wave, oscillator 2 square wave, both kind of mixed in together a little bit. A teeny bit of filter. What else? Okay, so then we skip directly to the LFO section, and I think I used LFO 2. So I had a sine wave, so that's why you get the, let me kind of turn that down. That kind of low frequency oscillation there. Everything is off. It's not synced in any way. It's fairly fast. And then in order to affect the pitch, I went and started off by routing the modulation wheel, okay, right there, as the origin, and then LFO2 as the destination, and giving it a lot of a lot of intensity, negative in this case. I mean, let's see what happens if I put it on positive. Ooh, okay. There we go. Alright, then on the second patch slot, patch matrix slot, I did LFO2 going to pitch. So number 1 was LFO2 going to the mod wheel, and then the second slot was LFO2 going to pitch. So that's why we get that. And then at the end I added a teeny bit of ensemble in there, and delay, straight delay, kind of free ranging again. I'm not really worried about tempo. The user was referring to Passion Pit again, one of these sort of indie bands that I guess use synths or something. I guess they're fashionable or whatever. Anyways, so that's the best I could come up with. Now the thing is that with only one hand, I'm kind of a little bit hampered. But what you want to do to get the sort of effects that you get in that song by Passion Pit, what you want to do is use the mod wheel kind of at the same time as you are modulating the speed of the LFO, kind of. Both things together work quite nicely. Maybe if I put an arpeggiator on, I can get it to latch, and then I can have a little bit more free rein with only one hand. So let's try that. First up, let's see. Okay, so maybe that works. Hang on. So what we're going to do is go to arpeggiator A. Let's see. What is that? Arpeggiator. Oh, that's B. Sorry. We're going to turn the latch on so that when I hold the key, or lift my hand off the keyboard, the sound will continue playing. Okay, that's fine. Let's slow it down to 8th notes. Let's open up the gate all the way, and yeah, that sound. That looks good. Let's see what happens then. Perfect. So then, but if you go to LFO 2, turn down, there we go. So as you can see, having control over the speed works perfectly. Probably because of the So there you go. That's how I would create that kind of sound. Basically, this applies to any synthesizer. You want to route the LFO to the pitch, and you want to have something that allows you to control the LFO speed in real time. In this case, on the Microkorg, I've been using a mixture of either the mod wheel or in the LFO2 programming section, just the LFO speed directly. And then you want to maybe add some delay, like I did, to add a little bit of ambience. And actually that reminds me of a point that I haven't made, is that in the songs that the user provided, I did detect, in my opinion, some kind of warble kind of effect that you might hear in a like tape effects, like vintage tape effects. So the Microkorg can do that quite well. The way that I would do that, let me latch on again. And sorry that my dog is barking. So let's have that going. There we go. If I have the delay going, LFO to control the pitch, something to modulate, and then a sort of vintage style delay where you're going to get some wow and flutter by changing the delay speed. That is how you can recreate some of these spaced out sounds that you hear now and again on pop records. Thank you so much for watching, and see you next time to answer another one of your questions. Bye.